Hi, welcome back to Centennial Roots Homestead. I'm Kristen, and today we are going to show you how to make a Mullein cough drop. If you watched previous videos, you saw that we made an earache oil as well as a cough syrup, and this is just one of those more enhanced ways to use Mullein. If you've got some Horehound and mint laying around, that combination is fantastic for upper respiratory issues, especially the cough. So today we'll show you how to do that. It's very easy. I went out several weeks ago and harvested my mullein, and it's nice and dry and crunchy now. And so all I want to do is just kind of tear this up. And I'm going to put 2 parts of mullein leaf to 1 part mint leaf and 1 part Horehound leaf. And you can use the dried or the fresh. But basically what you're going to do is get a quart of boiling water, and you're going to steep those 3 things in this water for at least 1 hour. Now, the longer the better. It's going to pull more of the good medicinal benefits out of it, but at least 1 hour will get you what you need. So I just found a couple of leaves here. And you can see, you can probably hear how crunchy it is. And I'm just kind of tearing it up, throwing it in my boiling water. And so these mullein leaves are fairly large, and it's not a science, not an exact science, but I know that I've got 2 really large mullein leaves. And so I'm gonna probably do, just a handful of mint. This is a homestead mint that I got a start of from some local Mennonite ladies, and it is very minty. I love using it in my lemonade when I make it. But you're just going to add that mint, which we all know how well mint does for the lungs. So I've got about half the amount, or 1 part, to the 2 parts of mullein leaf. And then I have some Horehound here that I had actually made into a tincture previously. And so it's been sitting in vodka for a while, and it's going to be good for anything that I decide to use it for. So again, I'm going to simply just grab however much, which again, I'm going with 1 part of Horehound leaf, 1 part of mint leaf, and then 2 parts of mullein leaf. And I'm just going to toss that all in there. Submerge it really well, get it mixed down in there. And then I'm going to let this steep on the counter for at least an hour. Now I will tell you, when I make mine, I generally end up just letting it steep overnight, or even 2 nights, and then I come back to it and finish it up later. But if you're in a hurry, you want to get it all done in 1 day, 1 hour is perfectly fine. So we'll head over to the stove. I'll show you when I've got infused, and we'll continue making the cough syrup, or the cough drops. So I poured powdered sugar about a 1/2 inch deep into these pie pans, and I'm just taking my 1/2 teaspoon. You can use your thumb or anything else, and making little molds into the powdered sugar. And this is messy, will be messy when we start pouring into it, but it'll make perfect little cough drops this way. You can use whatever mold suits your fancy though. All right, so our infusion of herbs, including mullein, Horehound, and mint, has been infusing, and now we're ready to go ahead and make the cough drop. So I'm going to add 1 pound of organic cane sugar to my pot. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And then I will pour my infused water so that I can strain out all of that. And you can see how the color has changed with the infusion. If you want to heat your infusion up with your boiling water just for a few minutes on the stove to make it infuse quicker, you can certainly do that. So I've strained out all of the leaves, and we're just going to go ahead and turn this on a medium heat, and we're going to stir it. And what we want to do is to get all of that sugar dissolved, and we want our temperature to come up to 280 degrees. So I've got my candy thermometer here. Possibly stick it right there on the side. There we go. This is an old-fashioned candy thermometer that I found here at the farmhouse when we moved in. Decided to go ahead and keep it and use it. So I'm just stirring gently to allow that sugar to dissolve. You want to be careful not to raise the temperature too quickly and boil this over. I did inadvertently get a few leaves in my water here, so I'll strain that out before I put the cough drops in their little molds in the beds to harden up. All right, so we have reached our 280 degrees on our candy thermometer, and it's reduced a lot. You can see it's kind of thick and syrupy now. So we'll go ahead and see what we get dumping it into our powdered sugar mold. Aren't they cute? I like the half teaspoon size because it's kind of a good serving size. It looks like a cough drop you could buy off the shelf. Something you might be able to do as well is dump it into something that has a little bit of a pour spout or a fountain. The candies or the cough drops are hard enough. You can just take them out, dust them off. You can hear that they are still soft in the middle, so you want to just pull them out, let them sit there until they completely harden. But this way, if you're doing a big batch and you don't want to have a bunch of trays of powdered sugar, you can move on fairly quickly to the next step. So as you can see, the cough drops are very easy to make. The hardest part is just waiting for them to come up to that 280 degree boil, but easy enough. When they completely dried and hard, you simply throw them in your jar and put a lid on them, keep them in an airtight place, and you've got them to use when you need them. All right, so that's it, guys. Homemade cough drops made with mullein, horehound, and elderflower. Very simple and very nice to have on hand when you develop that cough. Please be sure to stay tuned. Check back with us for more informational videos on medicinal tinctures and other things homesteading. We'll see you all next time.